Hello everyone and welcome to the 5th edition of In a Nutshell magazine this year. We start with the Youth Climate Strike, a global movement and a very important one. On Friday, September 20, 2019, there was Youth Climate Strike in Warsaw and in many cities across the world. Tens of thousands of young people gathered together in the streets of Warsaw to protest against government's inaction in the domain of climate change. This initiative was started by Greta Thunberg, one person from Sweden who protested every Friday in front of the Swedish government. Now it grew to a movement which is popular in 150 countries. Greta herself this year decided to join the demonstration in New York. At the end of this demonstration, she gave everybody the message, "Together we are unstoppable." The protesters in Poland decided to present the government with 6 demands, and they are very interesting ones. Number 1, climate policy should reflect present state of scientific knowledge on climate change. Currently, it really doesn't. Number 2, Poland should declare the state of climate crisis so that it no longer is discussion if we have climate crisis or not. And number 3 is that the media should take responsibility for informing the society what will happen if we will not take any action at all. Number 4 is to schools, that complex and up-to-date knowledge should be part of the school curriculum. Number 5 is that Poland should establish a climate council, which will be a body which will work out a policy, what to do, when and how to reach climate neutrality by 2040. The 6th one and last one is that our economy should be transformed so that the emission of greenhouse gases is reduced. Now we move on to subject number 2, which is about new law which hopefully will stop or help reduce wasting food. You will not believe how much food is wasted across the world. In Europe alone, we waste some 89 million tons per year, 179 kilograms per person, and in Poland it's about 9 million tons per year, which is even worse, 235 kilograms per person. The new law will apply to shops bigger than 250 square meters, which take more than 50% of their income from selling food. What is the requirement? They will have to sign a deal with an NGO, which is non-government organization, which will collect their food. What kind of food? Food with damaged packaging or coming expiry date, but food which is good to eat, which can be eaten by other people. There is also some other regulation. From March the 1st, 2020, sellers will have to pay 10 groszy for each kilogram of food wasted, and if they don't comply with this, they will have to pay fines from 500 to even 10,000 zlotys. The NGOs hope that this will help to save some 100,000 tons per year of food in Poland alone. Now, subject number 3 is from Italy, and it's a really sad one. On September 22, 2019, in this Italian town, 2 men went out hunting, one 34 and the second one 55-year-old. At some point, the younger man saw a shadow in the forest and hoped it was a wild boar which they were hunting for. So he opened fire, but soon afterwards he realized he shot his own father. He obviously wanted to help him, but the father was shot in the lower abdomen and the young man had no chances of helping him, the doctors either. To make matters worse, they were hunting in a national park where hunting is illegal, and actually this has over the last time been becoming a growing problem. This month only, a 56-year-old and a 20-year-old were also shot in similar circumstances. Now, subject number 4 is about Thomas Cook, a giant traveling company. Thomas Cook is to traveling what Volkswagen is to car industry. This is the oldest and the biggest travel business in the world. Yet this giant on September 23, 2019 went bankrupt. What is the result? 600,000 people can't come back from their holiday. What is the reason? Why did a company like this go bankrupt? First of all, well, there is a number of reasons. First of all, they had cheaper competition. Also, they had big costs. 500 high street retail stores in the UK alone. Some believe it was just mismanaged, but some say it is also because of the better weather because people have the possibility to stay in their country and enjoy relatively good weather, they just don't go to warmer countries, which means they don't buy holidays with companies like Thomas Cook. Thomas Cook also had a huge debt, some 1.6 billion British pounds. Now, unfortunately, 21,000 people may lose jobs. Finally, I would like to present you with the subject for discussion. Here they are. Number one, young people will persuade politicians to take more decisive action on climate change. Number two, shops should pay for the food they waste. Number three, hunting should be totally banned. And number four, it's safer to organize a vacation by yourself. I wonder what you think. Thank you. See you next time.